Hi there, I'm Charlie and welcome to day 14 of Vlogmas. Today I will be creating some DIY Christmas baubles. There are 5 different kinds of baubles we'll be making in this video, so let's waste no time in getting our supplies ready. And here they are. First off, we have the Paint Your Own Frame Ornaments kit, which as well as the ornaments itself contains the paintbrush and paint pots we will be using for all of our painting today. Next up, we have some clear ornaments that open in half and can be filled with things. And then we have some more classic clear ornaments to be decorated. Next up, we have these Paint Your Own ceramic ornaments in the shape of Christmas trees. We have a collection of different glitter shakers, a pack of 12 jumbo striped straws. I have some Christmas twine and a pair of scissors, and of course some glue. So now that we've had a look at all of the supplies, I thought this might be a good opportunity to talk a little bit about the plan for this video. Now I do have more than one of each bauble type or supply, but for the sake of time and getting through the video, I will just be making one of each bauble with you today, and the rest I will save for a future project. And now that that's out of the way, I think it's time we set up the second camera and get started with bauble number 1. Now let's jump into our first bauble. So our first bauble is the only one we are making 100% from scratch. To make this bauble, we'll be using 2 of these striped paper straws as well as the scissors and the twine. First things first, we need to cut 5 equal length pieces of the straw. So I'm going to cut both straws into 3 pieces. They're not perfectly even, but I think they're even enough for what we're going to do. The second step is to string all of these onto a piece of twine. Once all of the pieces of straw have been put onto the string, we can tie it up. And we're left with this somewhat house-like shape. Now, we have to push these 2 sides over each other. I feel like I made the string too small. Here we go. And then we have to tuck this top bit through the gap. And then we just adjust from there. There we go. And that is, in theory, the star ornament. It didn't turn out quite like I hoped, and I think the reason why is that these pieces are too short and too wide. I know I said I was only going to make 1 of each ornament, but I don't think this really counts. So let's get out some more straws and try again. Let's use the green straws this time. I'm just going to cut them in half rather than thirds, which is why I've grabbed 3 this time. Okay, we have our 5 pieces. Let's restring them and try again. And once again, once they're strung, we're going to tie up the string. I have also made it just the slightest bit looser so that we've got a little bit more movement. Okay, so we're going to cross over the center too, like so. And now we need to tuck this top bit through the gap. There we go. Much better. Much better. So I think what we can take away from this particular experiment is that thinner straws and longer pieces of straws are kind of essential for this. And possibly also softer straws. I feel like this would probably work really well with plastic, but I didn't want to use plastic straws. But that is our first ornament off the rank done and dusted. So now that we're done with the first ornament, let's get ready for ornament number 2. And here it is. For our second ornament today, I have picked the snowflake shaped frame ornament. It's just got a pretty standard frame-like back to actually put the image in, but for now, let's just focus on painting the front. There's also no glass or plastic for the actual ornament, so it doesn't matter if we paint this bit, it'll be covered by the image. Now, unfortunately, the paintbrush that was meant to come with my kit wasn't there, so I've just grabbed a couple of my own and I've opened up our paint pots and gotten out some paint water for us to use while painting. Now, as this is a snowflake, obviously I would like to start with white. Now, obviously the base layer of white isn't truly opaque, which is not surprising given that it is cheap white paint over wood. But now that that's in place, I'm gonna go in with some color and go over it anyway, so I don't really mind. And there we have it. I know it's very basic and very simplistically done. I've never claimed to be a great painter, but I'm pretty happy with that. I put in the different colors and kept the white center. I know it's not traditionally what snowflakes look like, but I thought it just might be a little bit more festive to put on the tree this way. Now, while I put this one aside to dry, why don't we get started on ornament number 3? And here it is. For our third ornament, we will be painting the ceramic Christmas tree. I have kept out all of the paints and supplies, so let's just jump right into it. So one of my favorite things about painting the plaster decorations and ornaments is that they dry really quickly. I'm not 100% certain as to how and why that works, but it is beneficial when you're trying to do a multi-layered ornament. So I've done 2 coats of the darkest greeny teal that I had to be the base of the tree, and as that dries up a little bit more, I'm going to go in with some of the colors to try and decorate it. And there we have our Christmas tree ornament all painted and ready to dry. Of course, it's by no means perfect, though I do think it's actually pretty cute, and I am proud of myself. Now that's the second one done, I think it's time to get ready for number 3. And here we have bauble number 4. I feel like I may have said the wrong number before, my apologies. Here I have the heart-shaped clear plastic bauble that can be fully opened in half. And I had the thought that maybe we could paint on the inside of the bauble to decorate it. And because it's a heart, I thought red would be lovely. So now that I've done a full layer of paint, you can see from the outside that it is fully covered, though it isn't fully opaque. That will take several coats. But it is fully covered, and I think having half of it red and half of it clear is gonna have a very nice effect while still letting us utilize the ability to fill it with things. But while we let that set and dry, I think it's time that we move on to our 5th and final ornament for today's video. And here it is. For our final bauble today, we'll be using this clear fillable bauble and attempting to decorate it internally with glitter. I have a feeling this is gonna make a horrible mess and not work out very well, but I wanna give it a go. First things first, let's take off the lid and pop that aside. Now, my strategy here is to put some glue in here, brush it around, and then try and attach the glitter on the inside. We'll see if it works. I've been able to get the glue over most of the bottom, but not the top. I didn't think this through. Fortunately, this in theory is going to dry clear, so I think maybe we just cut our losses and give it a go. I have red and green glitter stars. I'm gonna start with red. Well, glitter has stuck to it. I guess that's a good sign. Let's add some green and see what happens. Realistically, maybe I should have done this with the ones that I could open in half. Okay, I think that's about as much glitter as I can get into here. I'm stopped by this same midpoint. This is not going to be a very pretty end result, I'm afraid. But we will set it aside to dry and see what happens. But now that we've finished creating the 5 DIY baubles, I think it's time to let them all dry, and I will bring you back for the reveal. And here are all our DIY baubles. Suffice it to say, I think we've had mixed results today. I think our straw baubles we learnt the most from, and they probably have a lot of potential for recreation, though I do think thinner, more flexible straws will work better. I actually really like how the frame ornament turned out, and I can't wait to find a little picture to put in it. It's definitely not the most detailed piece, but it was really soothing and fun to do. I have temporarily misplaced the string that came with this to hang it, but I'm really happy with the paint job, and I think that all in all, she's a pretty cute little tree. I really like the dual-sided effect of our painted heart, even if it isn't a perfectly smooth paint job. Unfortunately, my glue and glitter idea fell short. I know that there is a way to actually do this method correctly, but evidently this was not it. It isn't 100% dry yet, but this was about as dry as I could get it today. It is looking pretty cool though. I think the star-shaped glitter was a cool call. And with that, that's my entire collection of 5 DIY Christmas ornaments. Let me know in the comments below which of them was your favorite. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. And if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more Vlogmas coming this month. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I can't wait to see you all soon. Bye!